Indian Air Force faces a long-term capability challenge. Squadron strength remains below the sanctioned levels. China has inducted the J-20s in growing numbers. Pakistan is modernizing with JF-17 Block 3 and possibly seeking stealth capability. India's indigenous AMCA is progressing but still years away. So the question arises, if India were to consider an interim fifth generation platform, what are the real pros and cons of F-35 versus Su-57? Fifth generation crossroads, F-35, Su-57, J-20 and India's AMCA future. Air dominance is not decided in a single battle. It is shaped years in advance by procurement, doctrine and technological vision. And today, India faces a defining question. In a rapidly shifting air power environment, how should Indian Air Force bridge the gap between present capability and future ambition? Because the regional equation has changed. The Chinese factor Chengdu J-20. China's J-20 is no longer experimental. It's an operational aircraft. It is being produced in growing numbers and it is evolving. Key capabilities include low observable stealth shaping, advanced AESA radar, long-range PL-15 beyond the visual range missiles, sensor fusion improvements and increasing engine maturity with WS-15 in development. The J-20 is designed less for dogfighting and more for long-range air dominance and standoff engagements. India's present reality. India's frontline fighters like Rafale, Su-30 MKI and Mirage 2000s are highly capable 4.5 generation platforms. But stealth changes detection timelines, stealth changes first look, first shot advantage, and in modern air combat, first detection often defines survival. India's squadron strength remains below sanctioned levels. The pressure of a potential two-front scenario adds complexities. So the debate emerges, should India consider acquiring an interim fifth-generation platform before AMCA becomes operational? American option, F-35 Lightning II. If India were ever to consider the F-35, it would simply be buying an aircraft. It would be entering a tightly controlled US-led combat ecosystem. The F-35's real strength is not just stealth, it is systems integration. It combines advanced low observable shaping, deep sensor fusion, radar, infrared, EW in one operational picture, real-time data sharing, network-centric warfare capability, and combat-proven development across multiple theaters. The F-35 operates with US's Autonomic Logistics Information System and broader software-controlled architecture. Updates, mission data files, and system integration are centrally managed. For India, that raises fundamental questions. How much software sovereignty would New Delhi retain? What mission data libraries be fully Indian controlled? How would the F-35 integrate with India's Russian origin platform like the Su-30 MKI? And how would CATSA dynamics complicate integration? The cost is another dimension. The cost unit has declined over time, but sustainment remains expensive. The F-35 life cycle cost is significant. Maintenance infrastructure is sophisticated. Operating it requires ecosystem commitment. But it also narrows strategic ambiguity, something India traditionally values. So the F-35 debate is not about whether it is capable. It is undeniably advanced. The real question is, does India want the capability package along with the ecosystem it comes embedded in? Because fifth generation air power is no longer just hardware. It is network access, software architecture, logistics chains, and geopolitical alignment. And once you enter that ecosystem, exiting it is not simple. That is the strategic weight behind F-35 conversation. The Russian option, Sukhoi Su-57. Russia's latest pitch to India is no longer framed as a simple off-the-shelf scale. It is being positioned as a strategic co-production and technology partnership offer. Unlike the earlier FGA model, which India exited over cost, workshare, and capability concerns, Moscow is now signaling greater technology access, possibly licensed production in India, customization, flexibility for Indian Air Force requirements, integration with India's specific weapons, and potential collaboration on engine and avionics evolution. But the critical question remains capability maturity. The Su-57 today is evolving with the newer Italia 30 engine intended to enhance thrust and reduce infrared signature. Radar and avionics upgrades are reportedly ongoing. Russia claims improved stealth shaping and better sensor integration compared to earlier prototypes. Yet production numbers remain limited. Combat validation has been selective, and Russia's defense industry is under strain due to the Ukraine war and sanctions. So the Su-57 offer becomes a strategic calculation. On paper, it promises faster access than waiting for AMCA, greater sovereignty than F-35, and potential industrial participation. But in practice, India must assess, is stealth performance competitive against the J-20s? Is engine development fully stabilized? Can supply chains remain reliable under sanction pressures? Will promised technology transfer translate into real design control? The new Russian pitch is built around partnership, not dependency. The question of India is whether the partnership delivers technological depth or simply another platform layer. Because in the fifth generation era, the gap between promise and performance can define decades of air power balance. The indigenous path, HAL, AMCA. While the debate swirls around F-35 and Su-57, India's most consequential air power decision may not be about buying at all. It may be about building. The Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, or the AMCA, represents India's attempt to enter the exclusive club of nations capable of designing, developing, and producing a fifth-generation stealth fighter. On paper, AMCA is ambitious. A twin-engine stealth multi-role platform designed for deep strike, air dominance, and electronic warfare in contested airspace. Planned features include low observable stealth shaping, internal weapons bays, indigenous AESA radar, sensor fusion, advanced electronic warfare suite, supercruise capability in later blocks, open architecture for future upgrades. But there is a strategic reality. AMCA will take time, even under accelerated timelines. Prototypes may be tested, refined, validated, certified. Flight testing alone can take years. Engine development can take longer. Integration of avionics and stealth coatings requires iteration. Operational induction is realistically projected in the 2030s. In other words, AMCA will not dominate the skies tomorrow. It will take years before it fully touches the skies in operational squadrons. And that is the crux of the dilemma. China's Chengdu J-20 is already flying, evolving, and expanding in numbers. India's current frontline fleet remains 4.5 generation. So the question becomes, can India afford the time it needs for AMCA to mature? Because building indigenous stealth is not just about manufacturing an aircraft, it requires mastery over composite materials, indigenous radar development, advanced mission computers, electronic warfare dominance, and eventually a powerful indigenous engine. AMCA is an ecosystem, not a single platform. The first variant may rely on foreign engine as a transitional solution. Later variants aim for deeper indigenous propulsion capability. This is a long game, but it is also a sovereignty game. If AMCA succeeds, India controls its software architecture, its mission data files, its upgrade cycles, and its export policy. no external restriction, no ecosystem dependency. The trade-off is clear. Short-term capability gap versus long-term technological independence. AMCA is not a quick fix, it's a generational investment. This is not just an aircraft decision. It is a 30-year strategic alignment decision. Air power shapes deterrence capability. Deterrence credibility shapes geopolitical leverage. India must ask, is urgency greater than autonomy? Is interoperability more important than sovereignty? Can AMCA timelines be accelerated instead? Because stealth fighters are not just about radar cross-section, they are about strategic positioning in a shifting global order.